Do, 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 do. Well, it says I am live. Yes. Okay. More. Do, do. Everybody might be getting ready for tomorrow. And not have time to be on here. Hmm. I don't have a lot of time, so. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Happy Resurrection Day. Well, hello there. There's Melinda. There's Neil. And there's Grounds Family Farm. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. It's been a long day. I went to the Audubon Society today. Saw the goats and the sheep. And the time I got there, the kids was already in the process of hunting their Easter eggs. She said they're up there doing it already, and I'm like, well, okay. So they just come back and told me what they got in their eggs. How's everybody doing? Oh, is Neil feeling a lot better than that day? I might be a little early, but you know what? Every day is Resurrection Day. Yeah, they only got that. Yeah, they popped off 5 of them. They were happy, and I I sat back there while Christina rubbed elbows with the mayor of Chattanooga, Tennessee. There's Peggy. Hey, Peggy. Man, everybody's here. Oh, let's see. That I'm just getting home. Uh, I made it back. Well, I'm just saying I'm just not closing off out the day. I actually made it home. Took about a 20-minute nap. Went to the fruit stand and collected everything. And then I realized there's a lot of stuff that needs watering. So I started watering trees and flowers. And you know what? I watered for about an hour and a half. Still didn't get them all done. Uh, and then I went to there's Christina. Then I went to the dollar store. Came home. Yeah, yeah. Look, She was doing a lot of squeaking today, rubbing elbows and stuff like that. Yeah. Then I give the kids. I've had them for a while. In fact, I forgot to give them to them one time when I was over there, and uh, went to the dollar store, and instead of buying any, I give them some. How about that, Neil? They were running short, but oh, I got them great big containers of uh, bubbles. The premium ones are supposed to has several holes in it and all that stuff. It makes big bubbles. And then Christina took it away from him. Yeah, I gave them both great big old thing of bubbles, and she took them. She wouldn't even let them blow bubbles in the car. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I personally think that I think the kids, mom and daddy, both would have looked funny and would have looked cool with a bubble landing on their head riding down the road. I don't know what the big deal is. Yeah, yeah, I know. They wait till the kids go to bed and play with the bubbles. I know what it is. Next time I'll get them some. Melinda, are you feeling better? Is things going okay good with you? We know Neil's doing better. I saw the short with the girls with the doggy in the yard. I didn't decorate no eggs. Ah, they apparently didn't even have real eggs up at the Audubon. I was like, "Where's your eggs?" I was going to eat one. I go, "Well, we got the candy out and had to give the eggs back." I didn't have time to color no eggs. I was running late from the time I was probably running late by the time I went to bed last night. I was running late when I got up, too. And I'm really thirsty. Walking around with a water hose, and I'm thirsty. Hour and a half with a water hose. Didn't get a fresh drink. All right. Hello there. Pick on Neil Day. It What's everybody gonna do tomorrow? As far as is anybody going anywhere besides church? Is anybody going to friends or relatives, or we just gonna stay home? Oh, three of them. He's doing good. Yeah. Well, I've told everybody Happy Easter. Tank's going off on something. Yeah. Well, the day was supposed to be here for the past few weeks. Saturday has been a big rest day for me. Uh, Tried to not do no more than I have to, but I got out today, and Christina gave me some bad directions, and I got lost, but I made it home. Fear nothing, Peggy. Oh, Christina, why you talk like that for? Oh, I got there just fine, no problem at all. It was coming home the other direction, whichever it was I came. Hmm. That Christina, you need to pay attention to the weather. Tuesday, we got it's kind of still iffy, but we got some severe weather coming Tuesday. Cold front coming through and some bad weather. Oh, I played with the bunnies today, Peggy. And there's this little girl that came by. I was sitting down there. They went to eat lunch, and I sat down there where the animals were. And this little girl was down there, and her mama just says, "Well, you just do what he tells you to do." Left her down there. She looked at me. I said, "Hold a rabbit." But we let one rabbit out at a time and let it get some water because they'd put them in their little cage things to while they went to eat. But they got out and got them all but one. One took all the shavings and pushed it up to the door when we opened the door, and then hid behind it. It took forever to get before it finally came out on its own. And I was sitting down there about to die of thirst. I mean, I told Christina, I'm not going up there with y'all. Y'all go on. I'm gonna stay down here. Just bring me something to drink back. Possible 20. Yeah, we gotta we need to keep a close eye on the weather here too. For Tuesday, and when she went up, if I'd went up there and left her down there when I went up to get my drink and my food and stuff, first thing I'd have done was grabbed her drink, and then I would have got my food. See, I would have thought of her first, and then I would have got my drink and my food. But no, she She was too busy rubbing elbows with the mayor. I'll I did some screenshots and took a few pictures, but I hadn't put them together at all yet. I literally walked in the door, put stuff in the freezer, in the refrigerator, got me some ice, and sat down here. I just mess with you, Christina. Although I guess I do need to clarify it because everybody on here knows that you let me die of thirst. We were just on the wrong side of the tracks to get any water. That's what it was, wasn't it, Christina? No, no, they didn't. They didn't even have the good stuff. I bought another 12-pack tonight. I haven't even put it in the refrigerator yet. In fact, it just made it into the door. Oh yeah, oh yeah. If I'd have said, Christina, would you go to Walgreens and get me? What do you want? Yeah, what do you want? What do you want? I'll go get it right now. She'd be gone. Well, I I left there and I went out to the main road, and I think that's where I got messed up. Maybe turned the wrong way or something because uh, I went to what's the name of that place? I met the man, Colonel Sanders. I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I sure did. I walked in the door. Young guy standing back there. He goes, "How can I help you?" What do you? I said, "Well, the first thing I definitely need something to drink. They've got me dehydrated sitting over there." Yeah. And I think that's where I might have messed up leaving there. Kills fat chickens, fat children. I thought it said chicken at first. You need to be nice, Neil. Neil's feeling better. See, he's on the he's back in the groove again. Yeah, you tell Christina. He's something from Walgreens. She'll be out the door for you. You'd have to be hollering at her, telling her what it is you want. You forgot to find out what I wanted. Oh, I know you are. I met the colonel a few times. Uh, and did you go listen to that young man? Uh, I hope she's not driving in Texas. Said she was coming back from Cleveland. And Neil posts him on Facebook too. Neil needs to become my friend on my other Facebook page, the one that I use all the time, not the one that I don't use. That's just connected to my local advertisement page. But when I ain't doing nothing, I go, well, let me go over there and see what Neil's posted. But I literally have to log out and log back in again under that name. You posted several of his songs. I can hear a female guinea. All right, Brian. Oh, he's lucky. Uh, yeah, Peggy knows who that is. Oh, he's lucky somebody's not here. They'd put him in timeout. Brian, did you make it home? What in the world? I shouldn't be hearing guineas. That sound awful clear. Hold on a minute. Some somebody take my place for a minute. Everything got quiet. Walked out the door. Everything got quiet. I heard some guineas like they were at the back door. How's the girls doing tonight? Did they get? They play with those puppies to wear them out. that that is. They advertise. I don't even know what the name of this light is. I'm gonna tell you. This thing is Now if I was to turn it on, I'd blind y'all. Look, I see you in there. I can see. Uh, it don't even have a name on it. I don't even know what brand it is or anything. It's rechargeable, uh, and it's powerful. It'll spot a coon in a tree with no problem. Pray. Uh, I got that light for free. Uh, Probably about 2 years ago now. I was online, and this thing said, "Take take this survey." It's about a car dealership, and I started doing it. I knew the car dealership. Uh, I knew the name of it, and I started doing it. But then it got to asking too many questions, and I didn't even finish it. I had put my address in there and all that stuff, and I didn't finish it. I just closed it out. I said, "Now forget it. I ain't going through all that." And next thing I know, I'm getting this light. They said they'd give you a free light if you clicked on it. Apparently, you didn't have to do the survey; just click on it because they sent me the light. And I was like, "They sent me an old cheap light," and I was so surprised. It was good quality. It's got a mean battery pack on it. It's even got a light that you can mash this button here. It tells you how strong the charge is, and a little red light, when it's on your head, so somebody can see you from behind, and you can adjust it all the way up, so you're looking in the trees, and all the way down. Oh, I gotta turn the light off right in the back, and it holds your charge forever. When it's not being used, so it's even strobes in the back. Uh, Look like a coal miner. Well, I come from a coal miner family. I'm trying not to lose my. Yeah, you better get you a good strong flashlight. Spotting Bigfoot. I don't know. That's the light I used when I popped that coyote. I put it on my head and went out the door, and I had the other one light on the thing, and ping, boom. I don't know if who believes in Bigfoot. I know I'm not talking about people running around big feet neither. I'm talking about the one they think rather. He lives in too many different places, and nobody ever gets a good picture of him. Brian does. Now we wasn't talking about your feet, Brian. I don't know. I'd have to see it to believe it. That's like they talk about people from outer space. Somebody asked me one time, just saying, if a spaceship landed in your front yard and a ladder comes streaming out of it, what would you do? Well, what anybody else would do? I'd walk up the ramp, walk up the ladder, and see who's in there. You lost your dog. Keep calling him. If he's blind, surely he reacts to sound real good. I feel like I had the zoomies today. The kid's very, very talented. Yeah. Some people. You know, how I don't forgot how old he was. He 14? I forgot now. If Neil says I was right, I'm gonna fall out of my chair. 13. Okay. Yeah, I ain't gotta fall out of the chair now anyway. And but it just he has just a natural voice because in 13 years, in some of them 13 years, he couldn't even talk. He ain't had too many years to practice, has he? His birthday. Now it's my fault. Now I gotta fall out of the chair. Oh, I'm going in. You just stay out here. I just pulled the same trick on Tank. I come up, was bringing stuff in. Here he come running, and stayed right beside me the whole time, just shaking back and forth, just like, hey, 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 glad you're home, glad you're home. And then Scott came out, and he went running down the ramp and running over there. Scott turned around, went back in the house, and closed the door, and he's three-fourths the way over there, and he just stopped, like, hey. He looked back towards me, and I walked down the end of the ramp there, and I said, yeah, abandon me like that, just why don't you? Just because you hurt somebody else. You thought, yeah, well, now the joke's on you. I'm going in the house. And I just went on in the house. He come and stood here at the door looking in the door at me till I petted him. Christmas. Mm-hmm. Well, Christina, did you say something about looking at something electrical in Cleveland too? Did you get that done too? Sent the guineas. Now the guineas are all supposed to be in the barn. That's why I was like, well, it sound like the guineas at the back door. I'm hearing them again now. I said their name and I'm hearing them. Well, there is 19 of them down there, I guess. No, they're just being guineas. We've got to get down there and figure out just how many of each we have now. There's 19 of them in there, but I'm only sure of two, three, four. I'm only positive that there's four females. Five females. I'm only positive of five. Must be a police car. $45. Moving on. Oh, no, it ain't windy out there. It's quiet out there. I've got the door open, and you know, usually don't have the door open. Just makes it sound a whole lot louder. I can hear them with the door closed sometimes, just faintly. I can hear them, but a while ago it sounded like one was knocking at the door. At least it wasn't like it wasn't in the barn. I'm just ready for some guinea eggs. I ain't got none yet. Not unless some appeared today. And Scott went to the barn. He come over there to do the watering, and I was already doing it. So he goes, "Well, I'll go do the barn." I said, "Okay, go do the barn." And then the water hose started leaking, and I had to quit. I didn't have a screwdriver on me to fix it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. The dogs, uh, eggs are good for dogs. The chickens eat their own eggs too. So the wind blows off the roof. And well, okay, let's see here now. Uh, has anybody seen? Well, I've seen her. No, never mind. I've seen her. Meg's Little House in the Country. She, she's got to put. I've got to get her to put out more videos. You know, up there. She she lives in some. Where she lives at's beautiful up there. She just needs to get out, and go places, and film view. Spots. Yeah, good for chickens too. Yeah, they will. You can throw a chicken leg out there after you fry it up. And they'll eat it too. Yeah, yeah, exactly right, Melinda. Me and Melinda, we think the same thing uh, quite often. I think she's typed it, and I'm saying it. Or we did that the other night. I can't remember what it was. Something the other night I was saying it, and she was putting it up on the screen. Well, we've got a barrier out there around the pasture, but it don't keep them chickens in. They go wherever they want to. Uh, we just encourage them not to go towards the creek. Because the creek is dangerous for them. They just don't want to go down there. It's very rare you find me down at the creek. You can pretty well be sure that I have something with me, either for a water moccasin or coyote or whatever might be down there. I almost got me a groundhog the other day. I pulled up in the driveway, and there's a couple places I can stop and see down towards the barn, like between the garage and the storage building. And then when I pull all the way up to where the ramp is, I can see down towards the barn off the porch here. And I pulled up and I saw something not moving, sticking up in the field. It was gray, brown, or whatever, colorblind. So, I thought, what in the world is that sticking up there? And I'm a looking and a looking, and it wasn't moving. So I pulled on up, and I went up the ramp. And when I did, it turned its head, and then it started moving some. And groundhog. So I come in the house. I grab my glasses. I grabbed the long iron. Grabbed a couple of shells that was laying there. There was one already in it. But by the time I went out the back door to have a good view of the whole field, I couldn't find it. It was gone. I would go with Amazon. This don't have a name on it at all. I think they might have ordered these, but I've looked everywhere because I would order another one. A couple of people I wanted to get one for, but as much as I've looked, there just is no name of it at all. And I'm sure you could probably find one on that looks similar to it and all that. But whether or not it has the power this thing is strong. Like I said, from way down across the field there, all the way down to the creek from my house, I can spot the treetops. I can tell you so if there's something sitting up in the tree. Some groundhog. Yeah. Well, they're very destructive. They'll tear some stuff up. Back, I don't know. It's been probably 3 or 4 years ago. I was sitting in there reading in the living room, and all of a sudden, this awfulest noise was under the house. And, oh Lord, what in the world happened? What is after me now? What have I got under the house? Anyway, I caught the feller the next day, the next night. The next morning, I put a trap under there. Smother 'em in gravy. Yeah, they'll eat wood. They'll eat your plants. They eat everything. Good night, Brian. Happy Easter. Happy Resurrection Day. I'm gonna Happy Chocolate Bunny Day. Oh, Brian, give the kids their bubbles back. Give the kids their bubbles back. Don't be playing with them after they go to bed. Christina put Brian. She threw him on the chopping block just as soon as I said she took the bubbles away from the kids. No, I didn't. The daddy did. Scott and I was talking the other day about the neighbor over here. You know, we used to have pasture and they've let it grow up now and won't let nobody uh, lease it from them. Not using it. I was talking about bush hogging uh, down the fence row. You know, sometimes it's better for somebody to get upset and just say, "What you done?" after you done did it. And I think we got every right in the world to clean our fence row off if they won't do it, if they won't keep their stuff under control. And I was talking about bush hogging down that fence row. And then Scott says, let me talk to him. Maybe we just bush hog the whole thing for him. And I'm like, you might bush hog the whole thing for him. I'm not going to bush get it off my fence. That's it. Yeah, it would look a lot better. It used to look nice over there. A little bit of pickling juice to go with it. Yep. Y'all making me hungry. And I done had my 2 pieces of chicken. Of course, that was a long time ago. That was about 3 o'clock today. I love I love chocolate chip cookies too. I could be lured in with some chocolate chip cookies, so I don't see why anything else couldn't be. Well, she wouldn't. She wouldn't. She wouldn't want to. She'd have to have an awful big pot, just to cook me in. Hey, there's Tina. Tina showed up. Happy Easter, Tina. Well, that's the way I felt about them stickers down that driveway, Neil. I kept telling Scott, I said, you just don't know how tempting it is just to throw that stuff back over in their yard. But that would look terrible too, you know. Hey, Eric, there's Eric. Eric has made the scene. Well, I figured everybody would be busy getting the kids' clothes together and cooking and doing all their uh, get together thoughts and all that stuff for Easter. That there wouldn't be nobody else going live. So I thought I would. Yeah. Well, I took me one this afternoon after driving home, Eric. Didn't sleep long, but I did sit down and doze off, and then I got up, went and did all that watering. I went up there and you have to bite your tongue sometimes, you know. When somebody says, I didn't do as much as I thought I was going to do today, wasn't as busy as I thought it was going to be. And then you go out there and it looks like nobody's done any water. Yeah, I haven't seen nothing today. Uh, no, any videos or anything. I'm way behind. Yeah, I hear you. I think probably I left. I don't know. I probably got home, took a nap and everything. It was all before 6 o'clock because I was at the fruit stand before it closed. Oh, one thing about it, we're all one day older than we were yesterday. Oh, I've been seeing the past few days. I've been uh, glancing at some of these articles and stuff. Uh, we, I think we talked about it last night? The Grounds Family Farm Go Live, was it last night? All these conspiracy theories of the eclipse. I can't remember what year it was. It was 19. It was in the 70s, early 70s. I can't remember. It's 71, 72, somewhere in there. Uh, I was in a total eclipse. I was sitting in front of the uh, tax office. Doing taxes, and I was sitting there going through a bunch of receipts, making sure they all added up before I went inside. And we had a total eclipse sitting in the car. Well, all right, they're sprouting. Well, how's Peggy? How's Peggy's garden going? Are they getting bigger and bigger and bigger? I was a little worried about my peppers. Of course, I expect them to take a little hit, be a little puny after planting them, getting used to the soil. But I watered them again before I left this morning. Things are growing good. Now you have to send me some pictures when it all gets good and big, and so I can share with everybody, because everybody saw what it started out, how you worked. You wasn't completed it yet. But my peppers looked a little wilted this morning, and when I come home this evening, after I watered them and everything, I figured I'd perk them back up. They still looked a little wilted, so I watered them a little more. Let it run around the tire there and run into it. Uh, they looked they were starting to perk back up. But that transplanting from the thing over, I figured they'd look a little puny looking after, no matter how good they looked when I planted them. Yeah, yeah, they took a little shock. They always do. But I was a little concerned because usually a little water perks them back up, but it hadn't by the time I got back home. They looked just like they did when I left. I was gone for over 4 hours altogether. Well, when I came in from the dollar store, I was like, oh, they're looking better now already. I might have to get them an umbrella for the sun. Of course, peppers usually like dry soil. So once they take hold and everything, they'll probably you can. I don't have to water them as much. Well, what did you plant, Eric? at your girlfriend's house. Did you plant some tomatoes? Seeds. Neil. Let's plant. What kind of seeds? Did you start out with seeds in the garden with tomatoes? Okra? Or did you plant zucchini? Squash? Green beans? Did you get you some potatoes and put them in the ground? Well, he said her yard. I don't think she let him dig the whole yard up. So, oh, he probably ain't got all that. He's not sure what he planted. Is that what you're trying to say, Neil? It's just something in the ground. He's waiting to see what happens. Feeding weed. What kind you feeding, Neil? Neil? Is Grounds family farm still here? Or have they gone to sleep? I didn't see them say they were leaving, unless I missed it. Yeah. Tina's one of them people that's busy getting ready for tomorrow. I expected a lot of people to be doing that. Let's see if I can. This phone's charged back up now, so. Let's see. See if I can find them sheep. See if I get a picture of it. Okay. Should be. I don't know if you can be able to see this or not. It's that baby sheep with his mama over there in the pen today. They were using each other for a pillow, laying there resting. It I can't get the picture to go away. All right, I sure do. It's not that big. Oh yeah, got a real corn planting. Does she have any deer in her area? Oh, I was going to say a while ago all the conspiracy theories about the eclipse. Some of them are just hilarious. It's funny how people panic over something that's occurred numerous times. Yeah, you went hunting in the store, didn't you, Neil? Was your box a little short? I'm confused, Neil. Was there supposed to have been five in there, and you only had three? I know it, Peggy. It's some of them. I'm going to tell you. Anybody can say what they want. They can argue all they want, but some of them are just totally ridiculous. Uh, oh, we had five in it 20 minutes ago. He ate them. Neil, control yourself. You ain't gonna have none for tomorrow. I know it, Peggy. Uh, I mean, some of them I just cracked. I just sat there by myself and just laugh. I just start laughing at them. Yeah. Now if I remember right, what planet was that flew? I can't remember what it was. Some planet that's only gets seen like once every 100 years, and all them people had some kind of religious cult in California, and they were in an apartment, and they all committed suicide, thinking that planet was picking them up when it went by. You remember that? That's been a long time ago. I found an apartment full of people. I didn't see no update on. I didn't. Let me go over here real quick and see if I see anything. Let's see if I see any updates on Daniel. What he done, how he's doing. Yeah. I don't see nothing. Let me switch. No. I don't see nothing. Let's see. One day ago, he did something about Jesus dying on the cross. He hopes that each is more in celebrating of the resurrection of Jesus more than hiding eggs with sweets inside. Yeah. But nothing about his condition. Okay. There's one. Well, no update. Let's see. I got looking for that. You know. Yeah, Flintstones did, didn't they? Well, that's not what I wanted to do. No Daniel updates. I couldn't find nothing. But they don't. It's Monday through Friday, so he might not have got any results of anything. He really ain't no results to really give you until after it's all over with and they do their X-rays and MRIs and all that again. Uh, but sometimes he'll show us stuff and that it looks like it's improving, or like the one in his mouth. He showed some pictures of that the other day, and the color, it looked healthier. Let's put it that way. Egan 443. I missed somebody, I reckon. Well, hello there. See, I'm hearing those guineas again now. And some jalapeno peppers. I did them jalapeno peppers now. It's a 7-week program. They've got less than 4 weeks to go. I'm looking forward. For the kind of money they charge, I thought it should have been a year program. or at least 6 months. Yeah, they gonna be biggins. They gonna they're gonna be so big you can put your sock on it. I hope anyway. No, I need to get the rest of them. I need to get the other container. Maybe tomorrow afternoon, enjoying the day. I might uh, find something that I'm gonna put the rest of them in. Something I can sit on the other side of the picnic table, on the opposite side, just for 1 year. Because I don't think I'm scared to put too many uh, uh, in the same tire like I did the other ones, because I think they're going to need more room. Grow carrots. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go over to. Manny's house is not that far away. I think I'm gonna run over there and get me a bite to eat tomorrow, about 2 o'clock, and then I'm gonna come back home and just piddle. You ever just piddle? I'm just gonna relax and think about the the day and what might have been taking place moment by moment a long time ago. You know, Mama, oh, Mama, come here, boy. Let me see if you got any carrots. We need some. Need some carrots for this stew. You got any growing down there? You know, uh, I never run around barefooted. Very little. Uh, that Miss Pig. Cake batter? No, not around here. Piddling means you're not really doing nothing, just messing with this and messing with that. You know, just piddling around. She can't say she has. My son was he was a flip flop kind of boy. Even in the winter, he wanted to wear flip flops. What you doing? What do you mean? Stick around a minute, Christina. You'll see what we're doing. We just sitting here talking. Let's see. Uh, Willa and Peggy's talking about, excuse me, brownies and making it with cake mix. Not much of anything. Just that's about it, Peggy. They're trying to get me hungry. Hungry. They're gonna make me want to. They're gonna have me wanting to make a sandwich here in a little bit or something at 10, almost 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, yeah. I said piddling. I didn't say making puddles. Okay. We'll see what's. I had an alarm. I had a notification. It's too quiet out there for it to be just anything, not to be nothing. Yeah, but I'm fixing to mellow out with a pillow. Or if you live on a sand and the beach and you run around barefooted, I'd have to have a place to wash my feet off before I went in the house every time. Character aftertaste. uh, Neil says I fixed the problem. I was wondering when Grounds Family Farm is gonna. I just don't come off the tongue easily. Grounds Family Farm was going to put out another video other than a short. I should. They might have said last night, but I don't know. I know they said something about shorts. But I don't remember if they said how often they were going to put out actual videos. Does anybody remember? That's a good one. The one so you can grow up to 40 more. Yeah. Yeah. Neil just needs his therapy. Neil, you just about missed it last night, buddy. Wasn't it last night or not before? Last night, I think it was. I mean, you just got there just in time. £15. Hmm. I think they talked about it last night. And I just can't remember it. And I think they said they were going to try to put out certain days, but I don't. I know they said something about shorts. Yeah, yeah. You just yeah. Well, I tell you what, Neil, they were both going to sleep when it started. Uh, Heads on the table and everything else, and they were just trying to hang in there to be there for just a few minutes. If you'd have been much later, mm, you'd have been trying to catch a flight. Arkansas. Yeah, she was in there. She was in there last night. She went live herself for the first time, and I don't know when. The other day, I was like, LG, Lori, going live? I gotta match this. But she did. She went live. Yeah, they are cute, ain't they? Yeah. You make one of them shorts that says, "Yeah, yeah, that somebody just robbed a place across the street and stole all their something, paper towels." Let's say, yeah. I gotta go now. I have no idea who would have done it. That's what I was thinking, Peggy, to say, but I made I made a short about it. You've seen that one where the lady, her daughter comes to pick her up. Are you ready to go? Or something like that. And she goes, "You won't believe what just happened. A man came right up here to my door and offered me a bottle of wine, to see her topside. And can you believe somebody would do such a thing?" She goes, "Well, where did he go?" And she goes, "Well, I don't know, but he went that way." And she had the bottle of wine in her hand. Yeah, I was like, mm. Shouldn't be trying to lift. Shouldn't be trying to lift those big buildings. Well, y'all, it's 11 o'clock, and I just wanted to jump on here and wish y'all happy Easter. Hope you have a great day. Uh, I'm personally going to do a lot of celebrating and thinking. My celebrating bit is all up here. Boy, listen up. I mean, them guineas. Uh, but I'll hang on a second. Oh. Yep. I want to tell y'all good night. God bless. Uh, like I said, I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, Jesus loves you. I'm going to go down to the barn because I smell a skunk. I think we got a skunk around the barn. I walked out there, I got a small whiff of it. So, y'all have a wonderful tomorrow. God bless. Good night.